Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today for your Sunday cast, it's going to be a very long macro game between Neeb and Serral. Top left-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player, it is Neeb. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it is the blue Zerg player, Serral. Now, this is from the 2018 Katowice, which is 2 years ago now because it's 2020. But I figured, hey, a long macro game between Neeb and Serral is just what we need today. So I'm going to go ahead and cast it here. Hit that like button if you're excited for this game. And let's go ahead and get right on into it. Neeb is not cannon rushing because there would be a probe going across the map by this time, and that is a gateway. And Serral is going 17 hatch because this was before the 16, 18, 17 build order. Let's see, 17 hatch... 18 pools, Serral? Yeah, 18 gas, maybe. Let's see what he does here. Very intently watching here, Serral. Yeah, okay, so 18 gas at 150 minerals, and then 17 spawning pool. All right, so a little bit different, but not too different. Bum, 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 ba-dum. And then Nexus here at 20 supply. Yeah, the 1 gate expand has not changed a lot over the last few years. Cybernetics core as soon as you have 150 minerals, which is right now. And then a pylon and gas, or a gas and then pylon, whatever you're feeling like. It doesn't really matter at this point. There you go. Gas. And then a pylon. Because you're almost supply blocked. And everything lines up very, very nicely. So Catalyst, a very popular map. I don't remember this being vetoed very much when it was in the ladder pool. Just, you know, kind of balanced. Well balanced, I think, because it never got vetoed in the ladder pool. No assaulting of watchtowers. Do we have... I don't know that we actually have any gold minerals on this map. Yeah, no gold minerals. Like, it's very not gimmicky. And I wonder if players like that stuff. Because players do seem... They really do seem to like to veto the maps that are gimmicky and weird. Like Golden Wall, for example, or Zen. If there's anything odd about it, the players are like, nah, we're out. We're done. Regardless, Stargate opening, nothing much has changed there. And your third hatch coming out about 2:30 here from Serral. Nothing much has changed there either. And yeah, this is going to be one heck of a game. I'm really excited to cast this one, bringing it to you for your Sunday series. Just a quick plug for Twitch, by the way. I do stream out on twitch.tv/FalconPaladin about 6 days a week. So if you're interested in seeing me play stuff other than StarCraft, I'm out there playing Halo. I'm out there playing things like Pillars of Eternity. I've been playing the StarCraft campaigns out there from time to time. I'm like, if you want to watch me cast anything other than StarCraft, here's where I cast StarCraft. Play StarCraft, rather. It's just where I play games rather than cast stuff. Although, what I have been doing the last few Wednesdays is I've been casting subscriber replays and YouTube member replays out on twitch.tv/FalconPaladin. Oh, he finished the transfer. I mean, pretty good positioning here between the minerals. I like that stuff a lot. I don't know if you're getting out, though. I mean, I'm not sure that 2 drones is really worth it here. Okay, so 2 drones go down. Maybe some Lings died. A couple Lings died there, too. But both Adepts died, and now guess who has map control? Serral does, because there are no more Adepts. We got to wall off. There's this Adept that has to stay home. There's an Oracle cruising out here. Oracle's name is Dr. Eleanor Ellie and Arroway. Dr. Ellie discovered a signal repeating numbers that appeared to be an instruction manual for an alien transportation system. The object was built, she got inside, and was launched deep into space. It turns out the instructions were accidentally broadcasted Oracle blueprints, and now she is on the front lines from the movie Contact. I liked Contact. I really did. I mean, it's about aliens and, you know, the real world to some extent, and it's a weird one, but I think it was really well made, for sure. If you haven't watched Contact, you should watch Contact. You could probably find it streaming on one of the 18 movie streaming services that are available in 2020. Another Oracle here from Neeb. So he's going multiple Oracles, which means we need multiple Queens and Spores at every base. Or 2 Spores and a Queen, or 2 Queens and a Spore. Basically, you know how this works out. The math is pretty much the same every time. Queen accidentally hits that unbuildable rock. Serral has not actually knocked those down quite yet. And here comes a bunch of Adepts. Neeb going for the bunch of the Adept attack here. And not with Resonating Glaives, interestingly enough. So, no Twilight. Just regular Adept attack. Or maybe he's just trying to protect his third base from death with these Adepts. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. Oh no, the front door's open, but he doesn't see it. The Lings don't see the... I think he assumed Now he knows. Oh, but the warp in at the last second. Neeb, you're so good at this game. The American Protoss player. And here we go. So I'm talking about 1 queen and a spore is not enough to save your drones if there's 2 oracles. So Serral's got to get the heck on out of there. Or rather, yeah, he's got to try to kill these oracles, but harder to do. Ooh, queen's getting some free shots here, though. You got to be careful going near the creep, though. And more adepts cruising on in. We just finished Twilight Council, so we could get... Oh, getting charge, actually. Back when charge was a lot better. Against Zerg, anyway. I think it's pretty good against Terran, just because speed is fantastic. You know what? It's really nice at this point, as the adepts do not finish that transfer because there's roaches. It's really nice for zealots nowadays to be able to get places fast. But it was really good, too, to do 8 damage on hit when you charged into something. And I think a lot of Protoss players miss that stuff. Finishing the transfer on 2 of these adepts in exchange for 2 drones. Not good trades, man. I don't think Neeb has been making very good decisions here lately with his adept transferring skills. But we'll see. This is a longer game, so it's early yet. Templar Archives on the way. Probably going for Storm, maybe for some Archons. Yeah, it's hard to kill Queens with Oracles, man. If you only have like a 1-to-1 ratio, it's not going to happen. Maybe a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 ratio, you can pull it off. These roaches are going home. What? I guess there's an Immortal out. The roaches are like, I don't know. We'll send the Lings over. The Lings can handle this army, maybe, depending on the force fields. Hydralisk Den on the way now for Serral. Hydraling Bane seems to be the order of the day. If I had to guess what he's up to, it was a few roaches, and he is getting speed for them, so he's not, I don't think, done with roaches today. But he's definitely going for a Hydraling Bane style here, because you don't make Hydralisks without Banelings. Like, Hydra Roach doesn't really work against Protoss, although this was a couple of years ago, and maybe there was a bit of a time in the meta where it made sense. I don't know. Storm's coming in from Neeb, as you've needed against Zerg as a Protoss player since the beginning of StarCraft time, which is 1998. It's just I've been casting, obviously, a lot of Brood War. I'm sure you guys see that come through on my channel, you know, 5 times a week. But, yeah, even back in StarCraft 1. StarCraft 1, before Brood War, back in 1998, there was the concept of Hydralisks, and they murdered Protoss into the ground unless Protoss got Storm. And the same is true today. Some things never change, do they? I mean, okay, there was a long time in StarCraft 2 where Hydras were bad. Were not viable in any circumstance. But at this point, I think that's pretty much true, right? You just go mass Hydra. I think you can take down most of what Protoss is doing if they don't have Storm, right? I think that's a fair thing to claim. I think it's a fair thing to claim. Creep spread looking pretty good. Again, this is Serral. This is 2018 Serral. This isn't like 2016 Serral, who was a different player. This is 2018, very scary, very good at this game, Serral. But Neeb holding his own. +1 attack done for the Hydralisks, as well as the Roaches and the Ravagers and the Queens, benefiting all from that missile attack upgrade. Oracle's cruising around, trying to see where the army might be. Maybe picking off some Creep Streamers would be cool, too. Neeb taking a 4th base in the top right. Zerglings finding a Zealot, killing him, and getting out of there. This is, again, it's about trades. StarCraft is about trades, you guys. If you can make good trades, you're going to have a good time. If you're making bad trades, you're going to have a bad time. And sometimes it comes down to a giant trade. Sometimes games, especially at lower levels, are just about one giant trade. If it doesn't go well for you, you lose. But at the higher level you go, more often it turns into a situation where it's a million tiny trades. Like, I just watched a game between Raynor and Maru from the current GSL. And not Raynor, it's Ragnarok, the other R Zerg player, who is Korean. But anyway, Ragnarok just got bled out, man. It was the slowest. There's a warp prism down here. And it's in trouble because there's Hydras, the +1. Get out of there. Yeah, Maru just bled him out. He just made like 100 really effective trades. Oh, there's Lurkers here. Goodbye, Lurker. I don't know if the unit death animations are on for some reason. This is a weird thing from loading up a 2008 replay, I think. Anyway, he just made 100 efficient trades. Not great. They weren't enough to win the game. But over time, Raynor just didn't have enough. His economy wasn't good, his army wasn't big enough, and he died. And it's not because Maru killed him with a giant attack. It's because he took better engagements in 100 separate attacks. Storm coming down, Revelation getting tossed down there too. Hydras, again, pretty good against Immortals. The Storm, though, helping everybody survive here, but Immortals are still going to get killed. Nice warping, but sniping High Templar is not a bad thing to do either. Roaches versus Zealots. If the Roaches aren't being appropriately microed, don't do as well as a couple Roaches go down there. If they're being microed, they will crush. Are there... Oh, there's just Hydra Roach in this thing. Look at him just abusing the fact that nothing can shoot up here from Neeb. That's hilarious. I mean, it's not going to do anything because he's being followed, and Overlords are not that fast, even if they have speed. But that was pretty funny stuff. Is he really just going Roach? He is, man. Remember when I was like, you don't go Roach Hydra versus Protoss. Doesn't make any sense. Well, Serral's doing it. He does not... Does he really not have a Baneling Nest? He really doesn't have a Baneling Nest. Dude, this Hydra is just like, I'm going to get all of... Look, no, that death was there. Some of the death animations aren't working properly. Another drop of the main gets handled by Neeb pretty effectively. And now there's a Phoenix to deal with these Overlords. On some level, I cannot believe this Hydra list. Look at him killing Zealots as they're warping in. Roach Hydra at the front door. My goodness, dropping behind this mineral line. The natural base of Neeb is in a lot of trouble. Serral coming up the right side with Roach Hydra. Taking some storms directly to the face. This is a lot here in the natural base, and Neeb has to come through a little bit of a choke here, but he should have enough to handle it when all is said and done. The Storm's really dealing with this pretty effectively. 20 probes have been killed right now, though. That is bad. That is so bad for Neeb. Everything gets cleaned up there, though. All right, so Serral still making Roach Hydra. Amazing. He has not lost a base today. How many drones of his have died? I think it's like 4. 12 drones have died today. I guess the extra Oracle harass makes up for what the Adepts really didn't do, in fairness. So it's Lurker, Roach, Hydra. Like, there's a reason we don't see this today. And I think Serral's displaying that for us right now. It's just the Zealots are so good. The Charge Lots are so good against this. If you have enough of them, they buffer really well, but the Banelings remove them immediately from the equation and no buffering really happens. Man, the Storms, the Force Fields are good because there's only one Ravager here. You can't really knock them down, but Serral just has a lot. He just has a lot of Roach Hydra. Those Immortals are dead despite the presence of a shield battery out of energy anyway. And again, Serral getting some damage done, but he really doesn't have a big army left over is the problem for him, right? He's like, he kills a ton of stuff, but he loses a lot at the same time. Resources lost are about the same for both players. Income tab definitely favoring Serral over the last 5 minutes or so, but creeping up toward Neeb's side of things as his 4th base is established and running nicely. He really should get a 5th base here soon, but he's making a mothership. Roach, Ravager, Hydra. What a weird thing. I like it. I mean, Neeb's not doing anything different, right? It's Immortals, High Templar, Archons, Zealots. Maybe some Stalkers if you're into that kind of thing. The Lurkers are really focusing on the right side here. And Lurkers doing that bonus damage versus armored really helps those cannons go down quickly. Hydras can out DPS the healing done by that shield battery. Warping in additional units. The Archon really focusing on the Lurkers, taking them down in the flank attack. From Neeb comes in on the other side. Another attack here. Getting shoved away by Storm, and Neeb is just surviving right now. He is not the aggressor in any stretch of the imagination. He really hasn't been able to put any pain on Serral ever since that Oracle stuff from about 10 minutes ago now. And he's really just been fighting for his life. He's been losing probes. He's been trying to keep his Nexuses alive, which he's done a great job on. Roaches with speed, man. Pretty zippy, actually. Going to kill a couple more of these probes. He has killed 25 probes now. Not bad. And then the Roach ends up getting exploded, and Serral's got another army on the left side. He's working on +3 missile attack, which means he has +2. The Zerglings are here. There's still not a Baneling Nest. I'm pretty sure about that. That Oracle just gets sniped by, I think that was an Oracle snipe, by Hydralisks. Serral kiting back with his army, pushing up the right side again, with Roachling mostly. I do not remember this being the meta in 2018. I really feel like Serral's kind of trying to make a point here or something. Like, I can beat Neeb even if I go without any Banelings against Protoss. It's like, I don't know if this is working out. I mean, sure, he's got another base here. Again, he really hasn't been bothered. He's been able to keep consistent pressure on Neeb all day. Resources lost here are more for Serral, but not so much that it hurts him, I think. So Neeb, there is creep on his 5th base. Like, fully visible from his 5th base that is now warping in. That is a terrible thing to see if you're a Protoss player. Hydra's Roach's mothership present, and you don't... Oh, you have an Overseer. Kill the Overseer, though! It's... Focus down the Overseer! Somebody kill it! You're driving me crazy. The only reason they can hurt you is because this Overseer's here. Neeb! You just one shot from the mothership. One shot from the mothership. God, I cannot believe that Overseer was so important in that battle. He's got 9 HP. 9. 9. Insanity. Dude, Neeb, you gotta kill that Overseer. Like, I understand if there are like 4 Overseers, great, don't worry about it. You can't kill them fast enough anyway, but there was one. That was like one hit from anything away from dying, and then you would have held that a lot more cleanly. I mean, he held it, yes, right? He held it because Serral is not killing him right now, but regardless, these charge left are trying to get places. They're like, man, I wish we just had a faster base movement speed. And somebody at Blizzard is watching this and going, yes. It would be nice if Zealots had a faster base movement speed. So they're going to get some drones, and by that I mean like 2 or 3 or 4, and then they'll get wasted by the Roach Hydra composition because, well, Roach Hydra is pretty fantastic against Zealots. Not as good as Banelings, I'm going to say. Ooh, clearing creep, but ta-da! Your 5th base might just be forfeit here because he moved out to clear creep. What a terrible position to be in. Look at that. That's to knock down these rocks to give himself a faster attack, but no. The Nexus is dead. Fairly well. Wait, the Nexus is alive somehow. Someone needs to, like, poke it with a stick. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. There's 27 HP. How about this Nexus? Is it going to live? I know it's not. But we'll stick around to the end anyway. We got Roaches and Hydras running around inside of the main base of Neeb, killing more of these probes. I cannot believe this base lives. I can't. Neeb's like, you know what? Forget this. Defense is for losers. We're going offense all day. There's an army in the top right. I don't actually care. We're going to start taking down Zerg hatcheries. Oh, yeah. 2 hatcheries going down here. Army supplies 123 to 114, but Serral's army is not quite as tanky and tough. Who's going to recall some... Oh, these Immortals are free. Okay. Well, you recalled out to try to deal with these guys and maybe these guys. Mothership, no, there's too many Hydralisks. And then this army heads on back home. This has been an insane game. He did take out 2 hatcheries, though. Look at these High Templar using their basic attack on these roaches. Good heavens. Goodness to gracious. Another attack in the middle here. Roach Hydra versus mostly Immortal. And you know what? When it's like a 1-to-1 ratio, the Immortals are going to do fine, especially if they have that storm support we've been talking about for the entire cast today. I can't... This drop stuff, man. Is he a Terran? Serral's playing Terran strategy. He's dropping Neeb to death here today. I mean, it's not as effective as, like, Marines with Stim, but Roaches with +3 attack are still pretty scary. They will kill workers very quickly for sure. Alright, so the fact that this base, it died, but it was alive for a second. I don't know if it provided any income for Neeb, to be honest, but the point is that Serral stuck on 4 bases. He's replanting his 5th. His 6th base is now getting replanted too, but he's running out of resources. Nobody really has a bank right now. Serral does have the better income, but that's what you need in order to beat a Protoss. So, okay, Serral's in a decent position. That said, he's only at 58 workers. Again, he doesn't have a bank. There's no bank here for Serral at all. Cease. Overlord dies to a cannon. Not great control there from Serral, but he can't be everywhere at once, as they say. That's really something that Artosis and Tasteless like to talk about when they're casting GSL, is sometimes you just win engagements because your opponent's looking at something else. Like, even if you're Serral and your camera is this, right? Have you ever watched his first-person view? It's a non-stop cavalcade of just looking at different places and instantly ascertaining what the situation is, making a decision, and then moving on. It's crazy, but you can't be everywhere at once. And sometimes you can't be babysitting this Overlord, right? And he flies into a cannon and he dies because you can't be everywhere at once. Makes sense. I like it. Turns out Tastosis know what they're talking about. I mean, this is a huge, huge map. And to mine this map out would take a lot of effort. There are still 3 bases that haven't been touched by mining at all at this point. We're 20 minutes into this thing. So, like I said, long macro game. Serral doing weird stuff. Neeb gonna take this hatch again. He's like, hey, you just rebuilt this hatch? Cool, I'm gonna kill it. And these roaches are like, hey, this is an undefended base. Just kidding, it's extremely defended. Goodbye, roaches. fare thee well. All right, that was a good trade. So an entire base in exchange for nothing on the other side. Neeb defending that so well. Look at these immortals, though. Hey, this is why I don't like making lurkers versus Protoss. Is because if they have a million immortals, oh gosh, the roaches too, though. God, these immortals are just the answer. If you're going roach lurker, immortals are the stupid answer. They are such a good answer. Ooh, look at Neeb taking this base instead of the top right, which has been mined out a little bit. He's like, I want a fresh base, which this lurker scouts almost immediately upon construction beginning. Sniping Overseers is real nice. Get it, Archons. Got it. Got the Overseer. All right. Not that anything is cloaked here, honestly, for Neeb at this point. When did he lose his mothership? Is his mothership dead? It's got to be dead. Because, yeah, I don't know what killed it. Probably a bunch of Hydras that time that I was worried about it dying. It probably just died. Serral trying to flank up here. He's trying to catch this out of order. God, he needs to recall. Does he have a recall available at all? I don't think he does. Yeah, so this Protoss army is dead. They took a lot. Oh, reinforcements coming in. So these guys are all dead, but the second wave. Just kidding. This Archon lives with 10 HP and 20 shields. Cool, I guess. Archons don't take bonus damage from lurkers, but do bonus damage to lurkers. Not a bad answer to lurkers, you guys. Archon Immortal, pretty good against lurks if you're struggling with those. As a Protoss player, you have some answers, is what I'm saying. Storm against the Hydras. I don't think there's any more Storm left, especially as the High Templar just dies. Look at the +3 Hydras do to Immortals. It's not even close. It's not. All right, so this right base is here for Neeb. It's almost entirely undefended. Army supply 46 to 48. Serral taking this left side base, so we're at, you know what? This is the only base that hasn't been mined from yet at this point. Right there, this one. This one's been mined from. It's missing minerals. Wow. All right. I might take every base. Look at these. Yeah, man. He's these roach counterattacks, though. I mean, it's sure as a Zerg player, you want to counterattack, but in the current meta, it's usually Lings or Banelings. But Serral at this point is extremely happy just to use roaches for counterattacking purposes, which is hilarious. I like it a lot. This game, though, it's pretty even. I mean, Serral's up, mostly because he has 20 more workers than Neeb does, but I don't know. Neeb's sitting on a... well, it doesn't have a bank at all. Never mind. I misread that for a second. I'm so worried about this base. I'm, like, terrified for this base of Neeb's. If it goes down, he's dead. If this one goes down, he's probably... Well, can't be in two places at once. So I'm trying to flank it with some Zealots, and the Hydras don't like that at all. Roach is getting in that mineral line. How many probes have died today? The answer is 74. 42 drones have gone down as well. And when's your charge up? Get your charge in. There it is. Roach down. All right. So he lost a couple probes, but he's got the 2 bases mining right now. Serral is effectively on 2 bases mining himself, as all of these 4 bases are toast. And this is the Zergling counterattack I was talking about. They're fast. They're so good against probes. So good against workers. Even if they don't have attack upgrades today, they only have armor. Interestingly enough, I guess that's why we haven't seen the Ling counterattacks, because they don't have the attack upgrades. Do they even have adrenal glands? I'm just realizing. They don't have adrenal. Whoa! So these are, like, +0 attack, no adrenal gland Zerglings. Maybe they're not as scared of these probes as they normally would be. Hot didgeridoo. Oh, but more Lings getting into that right side base for Neeb. More probes dying. Look, I really feel like this Nexus would be dead already if they had the requisite upgrades that they don't have. I'm checking this again. I'm looking. No, it's down here, right? We have it down in the bottom. It's +1 Carapace and no attack upgrades at all. Incredible. Inconceivable. But if you're going Roach Hydra, then heck. Why pour resources into your Zerglings? Well, the answer is because it's always good to have upgraded Zerglings. Like, for these reasons, right? If you could jump into a mineral line that's undefended and murder it in 3.2 seconds because you have upgraded Lings versus you don't murder it because they're not upgraded, it's not as good for you in the long run. You know what's a weird thing? I went and looked at my channel, and I actually... the oldest Neeb versus Serral cast I have other than this one is from 2019. Somehow I never cast a Neeb Serral game earlier than that in the history of my channel, dating back to 2015. This is very strange. Again, Zerglings trying to get into this mineral line, trying to pick up additional probes here and there. Zealots can handle it, because again, they've got the upgrades and the Zerglings do not. That said, it is harder to kill the Zerglings because they have the Carapace at least. Yeah, Mass Immortal versus this much Roach Hydra. No, not happening. Atoll right side attack from Neeb. Trying to come down and doing all right. Again, with the support of Storm, doing okay. But once the Storm is gone and there's that many Hydras and your Immortals are all just going to die out here alone. Well, together, I suppose. That was a together death. Jeez, desperation warping here of some Zealots. I think if Serral pushed that side, he wins the game. I really do. Yeah, this might just be Serral gearing up for a big attack right now. It's 98 to 72 army supply in favor of the Zerg player. His income is favored him for most of the time. Neeb actually having a bit of a bump in income compared to what Serral's been doing. The problem for Neeb is he really needs this base, but he can't adequately cover this and this and this with the composition that he has. He's not fast enough. Cannons aren't going to help against these +3 attack Hydras and Roaches, so he's not even bothering with that. Even shield batters to some extent. Maybe he can take this. He could maybe take this base. It is kind of part of the triangle here. I wouldn't be surprised if Serral took the space, to be honest with you. I really wouldn't. Wow. How would he not? I guess maybe for easy retreat? Like he can attack this base and pull up to the high ground, which Serral doesn't want to go into. Oh, free Zerglings. Okay, okay. Any damage you can get done is good damage. Zerglings, look. They don't have attack upgrades, so they can't kill these Zealots with the shield battery. That's so sad for those Zerglings. Like, it's the 27th of this game. Why can we not kill Zealots? Well, you don't have any attack upgrades at all, my friends. Does he still not have Adrenal? No, 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 no. We've got Adaptive Talons, and we don't have Adrenal Glands. Come on, Serral, give your Zerglings some help. Referee has left the game. It's too long for him. That poor Zealot, though. Fare thee well, Zealot buddy. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, if Serral might just take that base. He really, really might take that base. But no Infestor play. No Viper play. No Broodlord play. Roach, Hydra, Zergling, Lurker. That's it. This is not the stuff that people usually complain about when they complain that Zerg is overpowered. This is Serral doing it with weird, weird composition of the day. And again, it almost feels like he's trying to make a point. He's like, I can beat you without the stuff that you all complain about. Good force fields. No Ravagers here, so that keeps those queens away. Not many sentries, though. In fact, there's only the one. So all 3 force fields were used there on that guy. Serral pushing up that right side. That Immortal trying to help. Some Charge Watts getting in, instantly getting picked off, and a recall happens to save this right side base, which again is massive. Once Neeb has 400 resources, he's going to try to take this Nexus. But I don't know if he can afford to. He's warping in additional units. He's making additional Immortals. He knows that Serral's going to kill him. And this right side base is there. His left side base is getting mined out. Resources lost. 61,000 for Serral. 55 for Neeb. The math doesn't add up for Neeb winning this game right now. But he's doing, I mean, I don't know. He's winning direct engagements. At least he has for the last little while, but that flank is really mean. Neeb sees it coming. He backs out, tosses down some storms when there's a lot of collected Hydras. This is a lot of Hydralisks do that. Immortals taking a bad path. No, this top base, though. You know what? There's not much left here, but every little drop matters, I think. And that's why Neeb is defending it. He still hasn't found... Oh, the creep, though. He can't expand to that top right base. He can't do it. This game. 199 to 129 supply. Serral is finally maxed out. I don't know that he's been maxed out at any point in this game to this point, which is hilarious because we're 30 minutes into this thing. Immortals are like, we can do this, but we need some storm support. You got some storm? Any of that storm? Again, a lot of Zerg blood on the ground because there's a lot of roach in here. Storming that bottom side, storming the bottom side again, storming it again. And then the Immortals can just clean up what remains of these Hydralisks when they're so injured and so bleeding. Nice engagement from Neeb. The storms are everything. He's turning the High Templar that don't have enough energy for storm into Archons. Is that another swarm host? He made a swarm host earlier and it died. This just must be a misclick that he continues to make these. And look, Serral does take this base. I knew he would. I knew he would take that base. Oh, are we trading? Are we trading? I mean, this hatch is dead. That's enough Immortals where it's just dead. But also this base is dead for Neeb. And that's a trade. I don't know if that's a good trade. This is Neeb's one happy place. One happy spot on planet Earth. Serral's on one mining base. Neeb's on one mining base. That's getting mined out. He really needs this. Or he needs to kill this. Which I think is what Serral's defending, obviously. He doesn't want to lose that. It's his newest source of income. It's most important to him. Dude, does he know about it? He doesn't know there's a base there. He could have just walked up here and killed it. No, Neeb. Neeb. You saw drones go that way. Oh, how does he not see it? Because those pylons don't provide enough vision for him to see it. They have high ground, but that's not all that matters. Obi-Wan. Dude, come on, Neeb. Fight for me. Take down this base. Let's make it a better game. If Serral has this base and you're done, that's it. We're finished. But if you can kill this, it turns into a much more interesting match. Scout it. Scout. Zealot, scout it. Scout this base. Come on. Yes! He took a turn, and he scouted this base. Okay, okay. All right, all right, all right. He's like, oh, hey, a base. Maybe I'll kill some of these drones. Rawr! 52 workers to 29. Neeb takes down this base again. I think that was a cancel, probably from Serral. But check it out. Hydra's attacking your front door. Big old group of Hydra Queen in the middle. Nothing defending this base, but you can't really get through them to get there is the problem. Cybernetics core snipe would be a decent deal. That means no more sentries. Also, he depowered that robo. Oh, Neeb, you're in so much trouble. Okay, okay. All right, all right. Is he he's evacuating the drones right into Archons, though. Oh, my gosh. 7 drones die, almost for nothing. Serral's just sacking the base. He's sacking this hatchery. All right, all right. That's another hatch down. Neeb, 97 supply. It's 148 for Serral. But the right side, you can't be everywhere at once. The recall saves it. Loses 6 pros, but saves the remaining mineral income that he has on this base. And Serral is down to these mineral patches, and that's it. That is his income right now. It's creeping up toward Neeb's side of favorment. Favoring Neeb on that income tab, and it will continue to do so here for a bit. Just a tiny, tiny bit here. Serral's going to retake that base up on Neeb's side of the map. Go. Check it out. You just got to have vision on that. That's a really important base for Serral. He's trying to cover everything right now. That is a swarm host with 9 kills? Dude, that's a single swarm host with 9 kills. He could probably kill that cannon with his locust. They've got +3 attack. Oh, again, if you leave your hatchery alone for 4.3 seconds, it will die. All right, all right. Again, Serral's income is these mineral patches. Neeb's income is these mineral patches. Serral so cheekily taking this hatch again with no defense on it. Nothing at all. Every queen that dies, though, every unit that dies here for Serral is a big deal for him and for everybody. Honestly, at this point, we are deep into the holy smokes this game, though, stage. Look at these. Look. Look at these locusts killing zealots and killing probes. That's an 11 kill swarm host. He's like, I accidentally made a swarm host, but you know, it's kind of working out for me. I like it. Dude, you have to see this base. He can't have... The more income he gets from this, the worse it is for you. Is recall available? It's not available. So he can't just go over there and kill it. Because Serral will come up and wipe out this Nexus. You need this base, man. This is so tight. This is such a tight match. There's really not much here. These queens aren't going to do anything against this. And they know it, so they're transfusing themselves, getting feedback, retreating, you know. Classic queen stuff. Killing the tumors. Flanking from both sides, though. Serral's coming in. He's trying to squeeze ya. He's trying to squeeze you, Neeb. And, oh gosh, the immortal count suddenly drops to about 0 there. But guess who has about 10 more? Hey, Neeb does. How much storm does he have? 0. 0 storm. Is he long? Oh, he's trying to retake this base for the remaining... I don't... Is it even... I don't think the math... Okay, maybe for the gas, but jeez. No, there's no... Well, there's 300. Whatever. I don't think that makes sense. I really don't know why he's not even trying to take that top right base. Maybe he knows he can't. It's just too much of a distance to cover there. And Serral's got this one. It was looking good for Neeb for a second there. It was. Then he let him reestablish this. He didn't have a recall available. He does now. He might be able to jump over here and kill this. And then recall out. Serral trying to retake this one in the bottom right while he's at it. I mean, we're looking at 6 hatcheries killed, 3 nexuses destroyed. Seems low, honestly, for how much death and carnage there's been in this replay. Neeb's production tab is empty. That's not good news. Dude, come on, Zerglings. You don't have any attack upgrades. You can't do anything about those zealots. Okay, but depowering the shield batteries is going to help a bit. I get it, Neeb. I get it. You want to kill this base, but this one is more important, I would say. There's more resources on that top base. Ah, he's trying to trap him in again from all directions, but he gets the hatch and does manage to escape. Oh, these lurkers, though. He's getting stormed, trying to take out some of these immortals. The immortals are standing strong right now, and again, the lurkers are just not the answer to this heavy immortal composition. You know what is the answer? Is Hydralisks, and that's your good game. Serral takes it. Yeah, it's just too many Hydras with +3 attack versus the remaining immortals in the game, and that is it. Serral takes it in 37 minutes. What a match. What an insanely good match there. Never retook the top right base. Just allowed Serral to have this one. I think that's it. I think those are the keys to the match. As he never could do this and allowed Serral to have this on his side. Good game, though. Really, really insane for a long time there. And again, no Banelings, no Broodlords, no Infestors, no Vipers. This was 190 Hydras dead, 229 Roaches dead, 38 Lurkers dead, 2 Swarm Hosts dead, and a Ravager. He had 1 Ravager about 20 minutes ago in this replay, and he never made any more. Mothership died, 31 Archons and 47 Immortals went down, 116 probes, 65 drones, 7 hatcheries, 3 Nexuses. But yeah, it was just trades, man. End of the day, 79,000 resources lost for Serral, 72,000 lost for Neeb. 25 High Templar died. Crazy. Just a crazy, crazy, crazy ZVP. Oh, I enjoyed it immensely. Wow. All right. Well, you know what? That's going to be it from me. I'm trying to think what else we can really talk about here, because I think we covered it really through most of the replay here today. You know what I mean? It's just income. It was all about income. It was he couldn't keep Nexuses running. He couldn't really punish Serral's income all that much. He didn't have enough storm to really win every one of these engagements, and the lurkers were a problem too. Fantastic. The drops are hilarious as well. Lest we forget, Serral spent a lot of this game dropping Roaches and Hydras on Neeb's face, which is hilarious. All right. Well, okay, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and your Sunday game. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.